Animation is a complex and vibrant art form used to tell emotionally layered and resonant stories, and this has been proven time and time again. Specifically, this is showcased within the work of independent animation studios, who pour their passion and love for the medium into everything they do. This includes the works of Irish animation studio Cartoon Saloon, who are based in Kilkenny, Ireland. With a fantastic output of films under their belt, 5 Academy Award nominations also, it's clear and distinct how much love the team at Cartoon Saloon pours into their projects. They are without a doubt a studio to take note of in this modern film landscape, and without fail, their projects always have an interesting artistic filter on so many complex themes and ideas, showcasing how powerful animation can be in telling layered and distinctly human stories. If you've been around my channel for a while, you'll know that I previously covered Cartoon Saloon and their work in numerous different videos and projects, such as my film analysis essay on wolfwalkers, as well as the interview I did with filmmaker and co-founder of the studio, Nora Toomey, which was a fantastic discussion about the merit of art in relation to their output. I find myself thoroughly fascinated by everything they do, and no matter what it might be, I always have to check out their work, as it's rare to find something so uncompromising and distinct in the animation industry, especially in the modern day landscape. That's why I'm so excited and grateful to have gotten to check out their newest short film, Éiru, as it starts its festival run later this year. Heading into this one, I didn't really know what to expect. Knowing Cartoon Saloon prides themselves on seeping their stories deep within mythology and magic, I knew that I was going to be in for a treat of fable-like proportions, and what a treat it was. Éiru follows the story of a young girl named after the title who lives in a clan during the Iron Age. This clan is one of many in the land, all sparring with each other. Contact is minimal, and each clan lives entirely in their own distinct worlds. Éiru is a spirited character, and it's apparent from the gorgeous first frames of this short film. Éiru longs above all to prove herself to the rest of her clan, who often look down on her with disdain, seeing nothing more than a reckless juvenile who doesn't live up to her full potential. However, this all changes when one day tragedy strikes the village. The well, which carries water to the town, dries up, leading to panic and anxiety among the residents. Town elders believe that the problem lies deep inside of the earth under the well, yet no one in the village is small or brave enough to travel deep inside the earth. That is, except for Éiru. Hoping to prove herself and her bravery to the town, Éiru decides to partake on a journey inside the earth, discovering in the process a layered and complex world that is unlike anything she ever could have imagined. One of the things that truly exemplifies artistry when examining Éiru as a film is yet again Cartoon Saloon's gorgeous and layered animation style. Just as they've done with their previous filmography, the animation team adapts a specific style to tell a story that feels so deeply rooted in mythology and magic, and the result is absolutely stunning. The landscapes and backgrounds are so rugged and bleak, painting an angry and stylized world with deep red hues and harsh angles and geometric patterns, which is also complemented with angular character design for everyone outside of Éiru, who herself showcases a more nuanced and complex design, separating her from the environment and the characterization of everyone else. In this way, Éiru is such a vibrant and personable protagonist to follow throughout the film. We empathize with her deeply as she longs to prove herself to the clan's elders time and time again, and we understand why she jumps at the opportunity to save the clan's water as she does. We have all wanted to achieve something greater or something that distinctly defines our purpose in life, especially when we're younger, and in this way, audiences are able to closely identify with Éiru's characterization throughout the rest of the film, watching and cheering her on as she moves forward in her purpose with steadfast determination. However, amid all these aesthetic and thematic elements, the real reason I walked away from Éiru thoroughly effective and stunned is because of the main thematic core of this film, which remains beating and functioning throughout the entire runtime. And that complex thematic material concerns its decentralized exploration of war and battle as a theme, which is done in a way so different yet so unique from other films I've seen before. As we are introduced to the clan within the film, we are provided a little bit of information about how sparse its relationships are with the other clans, and also how hostile their relationships are. Yet both we as audiences and the characters within the clan do not receive any further information in regards to why these clans are so aggressive or distant towards each other. And this interesting angle makes up so much of why Éiru succeeds as an emotionally nuanced and complex take on its theme. Wars are often waged by the people in charge, often to fuel their own selfish needs. However, the reality of this is that, more often than not, innocent people, including children, are often sent to fight against these quote-unquote enemies, often waging war on enemies they can neither fathom nor understand themselves. And it's this senseless waging of war that perhaps makes up the bulk of why Éiru is so timely, impactful, and ultimately important. Beyond just exploring how war affects people from all levels of involvement in an endless and frivolous execution of life, film explores that the very thing that brings peace and contentment is by the sharing and blending of cultures. In order to provide exploration into this area of the film, I must briefly provide spoilers here, which is why if you haven't seen the film and plan to, I would advise skipping ahead a few seconds into this review. Towards the end of the film, Éiru finally stumbles upon the source of water deep inside the earth, which is a stagnant puddle. However, she is not alone. From the darkness around her steps out two other children, similar in age, yet different all the same. You see, these children are from both of the different clans, dressed in the traditional garb of their people and sent to find water deep inside the earth, much like Éiru was when their wells ultimately also dried up. In a quiet moment of impactful emotional poignancy, the water begins to rise once these children ultimately come together and bring about peace and prosperity for everyone affected by the drought. As the children join their hands and showcase an unconditional love and friendship unlike any other, the water level inside the earth begins to rise, seeping out of the clan's wells like fountains. However, in a final emotional twist, each of the children are indirectly displaced inside different clans from which they come from. Éiru is welcomed into the arms of the Forest clan, whereas Éiru's home clan welcomes a child from a different clan into their home. The thematic depth from this specific scene is staggering in impact, and it's been sitting with me long after viewing the film. In short, the film is providing a passageway to explore how the sharing and blending of cultures and beliefs can provide growth and opportunity for everyone on Earth. And such an emotional and impactful angle is wrapped up deep in mythology in only the way Cartoon Saloon could. This is why Éiru is a masterful film. It blends culture and tradition into emotionally resonant and dreamlike fable that feels idyllic yet flawed all the same, much like our world sometimes. The film invites audiences to examine their own lives, and to examine how closed off and isolated we can become due to our own shortcomings. It invites us to examine how we can not only make an impact in someone else's life, but ultimately allow others to make their own impressions into our own lives as well. In this way, Éiru is a phenomenal exploration of culture and identity with a unique visual style and gorgeous storytelling to boot. I'm saying it right here, right now. If this is playing at a film festival anywhere near you, and I do mean anywhere this year, do not hesitate to grab a ticket to go see it. The film needs your wholehearted support to reach as many audiences as possible. If audiences are willing to jump headfirst into the lyrical world of Éiru and her clan, they'll unearth a treasure trove of nuance and depth, conveyed in only the way a studio like Cartoon Saloon could masterfully. That's why I'm giving Éiru a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this review on my channel. If you're new around here and you like the content you see, don't forget to click that subscribe button down below, like the video, and turn on push notifications. Also, leave comment suggestions down below for future video, essay, and review topics. With that being said, until next time, this is Mitchell signing off. Peace out.